it all traced back to when Warren Mark, who will be singing our title role in American premiere in Santa Fe, and he also is the director, artistic director of Opera Hong Kong. So he met with me in Hong Kong, and they never did any contemporary opera before, and always does traditional operas. So we talked about doing a new opera to have what we call a Cantonese flavor. I'm a Cantonese, I speak Cantonese, and he also speaks Cantonese, and Opera Hong Kong is in Canton. Hong Kong is part of Canton. And so we decided, okay, a range of topics, from Bruce Lee to Wong Fei Hong, who's a Kung Fu hero of Canton, to even to some of the martial art character from this great martial art writer, Jin Yong. These Hong Kong people would know that. At the end, I suggested, what about Dr. Sun Yat-sen? And or in mainland China, we know him as Sun Zhongshan. Two reasons. One is he is from Zhongshan, near where I live in Guangzhou, and I visited his place in Zhongshan, or Huangshan, that's what it's called. So another reason is I was actually born Hainanese, from Hainan Island. My parents are all from Hainan. And Sun Yat-sen's late wife, Song Qingling, whose father actually is from Hainan Island. So they speak Hainanese. So to be exact correct, this opera should be Cantonese and Hainanese. So that's my two, I feel this very close to these two characters. And also Sun Yat-sen, after all, is the founding father of the nation, is the well-regarded figure in China, both mainland China, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Singapore, and anywhere has basically Chinese population.
And he's really the only one that we all we all agree.
Bring people together. So always there's a Zhongshan Park. There's a park. There is there's a statue of him. So, and I told Warren, I say, well, to write an opera on Dr. Sun Yat-sen is possible, but my only condition is I want to tell his personal story that is not too known to the world, to people. And he agreed to that, so that is the formation of the opera.
When you mention about Chinese opera, when you say Chinese opera, right away my mind goes to Peking opera. And it's fascinating for me, at least as the conductor studying Huang Ruo's music, that it's hard to imagine it being in English in this case, because exactly so much of you almost get an emotion out of each one of those notes, as depending on how he ornaments it. Is it a fast ornamentation? Is it a slow one? Is it a coming down? Is it going up? There's so much emotion in each one of the notes. It really is perfect for me to have it be in Chinese.
Yeah. If this line is a Dr. Sun Yat-sen line, for example, 千难万难, so which means thousands of difficulty, millions of difficulty. So 心在家国. So for example, that line, if I speak it, is 千难万难. So the way I said it is 千难万难.
In many ways, I actually think, when you think about Dr. Sun Yat-sen, he grew up in Hong Kong, but he actually went to Honolulu when he was 10 years old. And the reason he got sent back was because he was getting too close to Christianity, actually. And so and you look at the story of Dr. Sun Yat-sen, it really takes place at a lot of places. And we talked a little bit about, what Huang Ruo is trying to do, bring the different kinds of language and bring the music with it. But I think it's really important to also remember that a lot of the ideas behind the story is really universal. Dr. Sun Yat-sen, it took him many, many years, 10 tries of revolution, this idea of never giving up, the idea of, love and, dealing with the time, the history. There are really a lot of stories within story. Mm-hmm. And when I look at, Huang Ruo's music, he's really a composer with a unique language. It's not just Chinese, it's not American, it's him. I think he really has a special voice. And I think it really comes through, especially when you hear the orchestration, the blending of Western instrument with the Chinese instrument, and how it really doesn't sound like Chinese instrument or Western instrument. It sounds like Huang Ruo.